basically, there were a lot of similarities in how I approach Repo, the genetic opera, and the music with the Second Age of Aquarius, not the least of which being that over the years, I've really gotten it down, or at least in my mind, I've really been able to further the idea of telling stories through music. That said, Repo had to be, because it's an opera. It's not a musical, it's an opera where it's pretty much sung from beginning to end. That necessitated all of us to pre-record the entire movie, 96% of it, let's put it that way. 96% of the movie was pre-recorded in North Hollywood with the actors. We had to kind of figure out like how long it would take for somebody to get from, one part of the bedroom to the other. It had to all be thought out in our minds beforehand, because there really wasn't a whole lot we could do when we were filming it in Toronto, because we were locked into a timing. Now with Second Age of Aquarius, it was much looser. Again, I really felt that Maku had a good grasp on the music and the singing. That gave me a lot more freedom, or at least me to give a lot more looseness to allowing him to interpret things his way. My creative process in writing songs almost always begins with the lyrics. It's kind of the equivalent of people who say that they're freed when they have a sort of structure, that they're like a haiku, that it gives them a structure, and then from that they have the freedom to do a lot of things. And when I actually write music from the reverse, and I'm doing the music first, let's put it this way, it's a lot easier for me. And generally, if I just sit down with any instrument, I can come up with probably about 3 or 4 songs in one sitting of just the music. But that doesn't mean anything, because to me, I can come up with it. It's hard for me after the fact to come up with the lyrics. So having those lyrics first, just like having the lyrics to the Never Ending Cosmic Tour from our movie, or Alberta, it just gives me something to work with. And from that, I can work backwards to the melody. And then from that, to the actual instrumentation and the beat. One of the songs is called Alberta, after the lead character. I had often heard the lyrics, and I sang them a certain way, and it was kind of a straight 4/4 type of rock beat. And then I listened to Joe Cocker's version of With a Little Help from My Friends. And in that, he changes the Beatles song from a straight 4/4, don't, to 6/8, and this really beautiful sounding thing. And it really just gave me the idea, like, let me change this around and give it something that has more of a 6/8 feel, which is similar to a waltz feel.
My priestess and my soul are one. A flash of white light, our future tonight. Her beauty here's second to none. Erato, my muse, you're blowing my fuse. And not like the time that I died.
Maku he's very, very musically gifted, which is great. It took very little coaching on my part, either to get him ready to do the music that he does live in the film, or when I took him into the studio and had him sing the songs that have become the soundtrack. He brings a great, strong voice, almost in a couple songs, kind of a John Fogerty feel to his voice, that it wasn't something that I initially imagined that Russell would have. But I think it is part and parcel of the fact that Maku really brought together the character, not just the music, but the character of Russell Aquarius together. And I mean, I couldn't think of anybody who would be more perfect for this role. in this, and it really is great to have, and it's very rare to find somebody who's really gifted as an actor and as a musician. And he's played guitar in this, that's him doing it. He's not in the movie. He's not lip syncing. He's not playing like the monkey style to some sort of pre-recorded background. He's doing it himself. And I had the confidence in him that made me feel like I didn't need to coach him a lot. I just wanted him to naturally bring out what he had as he's thinking of that character. The soundtrack to Second Age of Aquarius will be available just about any place that you find, you buy your music, from iTunes to Amazon and so forth. You can go on SoundCloud. You can hear snippets of the music by Googling Russell Aquarius on SoundCloud. We have a Here Now page, Russell Aquarius. You can get all sorts of snippets of the music, and I hope everybody comes out and buys it.